Okay. Hi, Artemis here, and today I'm going to do a review on Survivor Series. Well, Survivor Series started out with the Survivor Series kickoff show with Matt Hardy fight Elias Sampson. Now, this was a really good match. I enjoyed it. I felt that Matt Hardy and Elias Sampson worked very well together. Now, I know some people are going to complain and say, oh, this match had nothing to do with Survivor Series at all. You know, oh well. So it didn't. You know, most of the matches that kick off don't always have to do with the show that it's a kickoff for. But anyway, regardless of that, I enjoyed it. I felt Matt Hardy and Elias Sampson were very well together, and Elias Sampson defeats Matt Hardy. Then we had Kalisto fight Enzo Amore for WWE Cruiserweight Championship. And this was a really good match. I enjoyed it. I felt that Kalisto did very well. So did Enzo Amore. The WWE Cruiserweight Championship is doing very well for him, or he's doing very well for it, but I think the other way around. I thought this was a really good match, and Enzo Amore defeats Kalisto and retains the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Then we had Tyler Breeze and Fandango take on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who were earlier complaining about the fact that A, they weren't a part of the Survivor Series team, B, they were doing a kickoff match and believed that the commissioner of SmackDown, Shane McMahon, and general manager of SmackDown, Daniel Bryan, had it out for them. Anyway, regardless of that, I thought it was really funny how Tyler Breeze and Fandango were going to ticket them for, annoying people and wasting people's time and having bad fashion sense. But I thought that was funny. It was a really good match, and I enjoyed it. I felt that Fandango and Tyler Breeze worked very well together. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn worked very well together since they've been working together as wrestlers on and off for sundry years. Really good match. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defeat Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Then it was Survivor Series itself, starting out with The Shield, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose fighting The New Day, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E Langston. His hand's starting to hurt now. It's like And this was a really good match. I enjoyed it. I felt that all teams worked very well together. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose had counters. Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E Langston had their counters. I mean, every time one team fought the head, the other team beat, the other team would come back. And you could make an argument that both of these teams were just as athletic and just as, tough as the other team. And at the end, The Shield, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose defeat Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E Langston in the New Day. Then it was the Raw Women's versus the SmackDown Women. The Raw Women's consisting of Sasha Banks, Bayley, Asuka, Nia Jax, and Alicia Fox fighting Becky Lynch, Naomi Uso, Carmella, Natalya Neidhart, and Tamina Snuka. Really good match. I enjoyed it. I was surprised about the eliminations. Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka having it out for each other, and surprised how she got eliminated. Surprised how Becky Lynch was removed early on from it, and that everyone from the SmackDown Women's team pretty much started to take out the other members. And this is a surprise to everybody, but I guess you didn't see, everybody probably thought this. Well, and eventually it went to the point where the SmackDown Women's team started getting their eliminations, They took care of Sasha Banks. They took care of Bayley. Then Naomi Uso got taken care of. And later on, then Asuka finally got in after this. And Asuka took out Carmella. and Tamina Snuka and Natalia Neidhart. So at the end, the Raw women defeat the SmackDown women. Next match we had was Miz fight Baron Corbin, WWE United States Champion versus fight WWE Intercontinental Champion. Really good match. I felt Baron Corbin and The Miz worked very well together. The Miz, Taraj, or his henchmen, whatever you want to call them, they tried to play a role in the match, and many times you felt The Miz had everything under control because he would always have a counter for Baron Corbin. But at the end, Baron Corbin defeats The Miz. Then after that, it was Sheamus O'Shaughnessy and Antonio Cesaro fight Jimmy and Jey Uso. WWE Raw Tag Team Champions fighting the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And both of these tag teams had a counter. Each tag team break up the other tag team's pinfall. Each tag team refused to submit to the other. So it was a lot of that going back and forth for a while. But at the end, eventually, Jimmy and Jey Uso defeat Sheamus O'Shaughnessy and Antonio Cesaro. The next match was, after that, it was AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar pretty much dominated AJ Styles for most of the match. But then AJ Styles would come back eventually. And there were many times where AJ Styles came very close to defeating Brock Lesnar. Many times. And at the end, Brock Lesnar defeated AJ Styles, WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion, fight WWE Heavyweight Champion. Then after that, we had Charlotte Flair fight, actually it's in a sequence, but Charlotte Flair fight Alexa Bliss, WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight Champion, fight WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight Champion. And Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss worked very well together, you know. They put on a really good match. Each one had a counter. Each one would try to submit the other. Each one tried to pinfall the other. But at the end, Charlotte Flair defeated Alexa Bliss. Then came the main event, the Raw men's team consisting of Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and Triple H, fighting the SmackDown men team of Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, John Cena, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Bobby Roode. Really good match, you know. There were a lot of good moments in this match. Surprised how Braun Strowman eliminated both Shinsuke Nakamura and Bobby Roode, and how John Cena was able to eliminate Samoa Joe, and how even though the SmackDown team tried to take out Braun Strowman, that Braun Strowman eventually came back and eliminated other members of the team. How Kurt Angle eliminated John Cena. How Braun Strowman got a riv of Shinsuke Nakamura and Bobby Roode. And then it got down to the point where everybody, even Randy Orton, eventually was taken out by Kurt Angle too. But at the end, Triple H surprised this. He attacks Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle gets eliminated by Shane McMahon. And he makes everybody think he's, it makes everybody think that maybe he's taking favor for one brand over the other. Not true. He attacks Shane McMahon, pedigrees him 1, 2, 3. The Raw team wins. Then Braun Strowman get upset because Triple H pretended to lie to them about turning on them for one brand over the other brand and attacks Triple H. But either way, I felt Survivor Series was really good, and I enjoyed all the matches, including the kickoff match. And even though I got one match out of the order, I remembered all of them, you know. So anyway, I enjoyed Survivor Series. I hope you did too. I'm Artemis, and I'll see you tomorrow.